Happy Gilmore brought a fresh comedic energy to sports movies when it was released in 1996. Adam Sandler's portrayal of a failed hockey player turned golfer inspired audiences, blending slapstick humour with underdog sports themes, motivational storytelling and memorable characters. The film's beloved characters and quotable lines have solidified the sports comedy's place as a classic, influencing many comedic sports films that followed. However, the characters and unforgettable lines were not the most iconic part of the film. The Happy Gilmore jersey achieved iconic status due to its distinctive design and connection to a beloved fictional sporting hero. Featuring a Boston Bruins hockey jersey, it stands out with its bold traditional colours and Gilmore 18 on the back. The jersey has become a symbol of the film's humour, nostalgia and underdog spirit. Its popularity is sustained through merchandise, Halloween and party costumes, and frequent references in pop culture, solidifying its place as an immediately recognisable and cherished piece of movie memorabilia. And in the past I have painted hockey players on their jersey numbers, and this time I wanted to paint a fictional character. With the long-awaited sequel out today, it was the perfect time to do so. With all my paintings, I like to spend time researching and planning out how to make this piece of art possible. I'll usually do this by jumping into Procreate and drawing a quick sketch so that I can figure out what will work best and how I can pull this ambitious project off. And with the sketch complete and cut out into the shape of the number 18, it is now time to paint the most memorable and iconic scenes from Happy Gilmore. With these paintings, I'm going to work through them in chronological order, starting with Happy Gilmore's hockey days. As the iconic movie starts and the opening credits roll, we are given a backstory of Happy Gilmore's life, in which we learn he has a deep obsession and passion for ice hockey, just like his father did. This is one of my favourite opening credits to a film I've ever watched. The bittersweet but yet heartwarming story of Happy Gilmore's childhood and early adulthood showcases the humour and storytelling we can expect from the rest of the film. And the nostalgically evocative intro to Tuesdays Gone by Leonard Skinner playing in the background makes it perfect. For this portrait, I made sure to capture the hockey gear to show this early stage in Happy Gilmore's failed hockey career. I made the hockey helmet sit at the top of the number, and also made sure to make the oversized collar of the hockey jersey noticeable too. This will help to distinguish the portrait from the others. I used small shapes of lighter grey paint on the dark grey and black of the hockey helmet to capture its reflections from the lighting. I really liked how it turned out. The second painting in today's video follows shortly after, and it's the moment where everything changes for Happy Gilmore. As the removal men at Happy Gilmore's grandma's house are taking a break, playing with golf clubs they are clearing out of the house, Happy Gilmore walks outside to confront them as he wants to watch the hockey game. So they make a bet to go back to work to clear out his grandma's possessions as long as Happy Gilmore can hit the golf ball further than one of the removal men. To their surprise, Happy Gilmore hits the ball all the way across the neighbourhood. As one of the delivery men call it beginner's luck, they offer him $20 to do it again, and as he shocks them a second time, they offer $40 as Happy Gilmore sends the golf ball over 400 yards for the third consecutive time. The removal men keep their promise. They go back to work after paying Happy Gilmore, and in that moment he realises how his newly discovered talent could help him to earn enough money to save his grandma's house. This portrait is the most detailed one in today's video, especially because of the jacket he is wearing. As well as this, I also tried to capture the confused look on his face as he picks up the golf club for the first time. And as you will already be able to tell, I'm only using grey for these portraits, and that's because I like to limit myself with the amount of colours I use. In the same way I like to limit myself with the amount of space I have as well. Painting on numbers has its awkward shapes that are sometimes hard to paint portraits on, and I enjoy that challenge. It's always good to have freedom when making art through having loads of resources available. However, I feel that I produce my best art when I limit myself to a limited colour palette and a small space to paint on. As this way I can plan and vision my goal rather than feeling stuck by having too many options and decisions to make. Sometimes less is more. The next painting brings focus to Happy's first round of golf. Surprising spectators with his drives off the tee, but disappointing them with his lack of precision and patience when trying to putt the ball. Someone who would always try help improve Happy's composure and patience was Chubbs Peterson, played by the late Carl Weathers. And quite recently, Adam Sandler revealed that the most heartbreaking part of making the Happy Gilmore sequel was losing Carl Weathers, who was set to return as the beloved Chubbs Peterson. In an interview, Adam Sandler said, "I would talk to Carl and we were excited, and then Carl passed away. We had to rewrite a lot of the stuff, and even what the story was. We made a lot of nice references to how great Chubbs was in the movie. That was the biggest change." It was really nice to hear Adam Sandler share that story, and it's such a shame Carl Weathers won't be in the sequel, as Chubbs Peterson was one of the fan favourites in the original film. After this disappointing end to a good drive, Happy steps up to take his drive on the second hole, with the anger from the previous hole still playing on his mind. But as he blasts the golf ball with all his collected anger, he hits his hardest and best shot yet, achieving a hole-in-one on a par 4, emphasising how his newly found talent could really help draw big crowds to the sport, solidifying his place on the tour. When painting this portrait, I made sure to bring focus to the expression of relief on Happy Gilmore's face, as he seems to get over his poor form, at least for now. The next painting is going to be from the film's most iconic and most quoted scene. As shooter McGavin's smaller than usual crowd applauds him after another successful putt, a large crowd gathers to watch Happy. When he's told to simply send the ball home by spiritualist Gary Potter, Happy takes a shot and yet again misses. In an outburst of rage, he falls down to the ground and screams,
"Son of a bitch, ball, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!"
Which would become the film's most quoted line by fans and stands as the film's most iconic scene. Midway through a golf tournament, players are paired up with celebrity partners. Happy is joined by Bob Barker, who quickly becomes irritated by his reckless behaviour and loose temper. During the game, Happy and Barker get into a fight after the Price is Right host insults Happy's golfing skills, when they are both bottom of the leaderboard due to Happy's poor performance. After exchanging punches, Barker has the last laugh, knocking Happy Gilmore out, although Happy thought he had won the fight as he comes up with the perfect one-liner to complement the punches thrown.
price is wrong, bitch.
The final painting in today's video is the only one that isn't from the first film. Instead, it's from the sequel's trailer. When I noticed all the negative space there was on the left hand side of the number 8, I wanted to utilise the space by doing a full body painting of Happy Gilmore as he swings at the golf ball through his unique posture. This also gave me the opportunity to paint his outfit for the first time, including the iconic Bruins jersey. After 29 years away from the green, we finally see Adam Sandler's most beloved character ready for another ride of Happy's signature blend of rage and slapstick on the golf course for one last time. Now all that was left to do was to paint the yellow onto the numbers and then place the numbers onto a black background to convey the jersey's traditional colours. And before I leave you with some final shots of the painting, I'd just like to thank you all for watching and let me know in the comments below what you think of this painting, and also let me know what you think of the sequel, as it's out today and I'm sure many of you will have already seen it.
I was put on this planet for one reason, to play hockey.
Go back to work.
That house is like 400 yards away.
Is that good?
That's unbelievable.
Just think of it this way. Other team pull a goalie, it's wide open. All you gotta do is tap it in.
I can do that.
Why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
You know what's driving me crazy? You not getting the ball in the hole.
Don't push me, Bob. Now's not the time.
I guess I need to update my happy place to something a little more age appropriate.